house, and we are going through a small walk around of it, of at least the external area. The lower area can only be accessed by that entry down there, which we will look at a different stage. So, in here we have a very nice guest, which is called Buckle. So he will be a part of this, and this is the entryway, which will remain as is, with just the regularized kind of filling for the walls to be removed completely. Then in here there is a room which will be transformed. All of these shelves will be removed, this will be removed. All of those shelves will also be removed, with the exception of this old cupboard, which is going to be rebuilt and restored. Everything else will be removed. Then right in front of it there's a bathroom, which will have to eventually be renovated, but most probably not in the first phase of the construction of the house. Now, through here we have an area which is a service area with a box for electricity, which is very well documented and very well kept. And here we have heating, which we will need to turn it on today to start making this house a little bit warmer. And this is basically a place to store things and to do some work. There's a vise, there's quite a lot of electrical installations here that I will need to see how I'm going to utilize and for what, but this will be my workroom. Then here we have a corridor and emballage, which will be helping us rebuild it. And in here there's a small corridor that leads to the garage, which we will go in a minute. And in here we have the first kitchen. This is something quite normal on German homes, to have multiple kitchens, but this one will be removed and this will be transformed into a bedroom. This will be an area where we will keep shoes, jackets and the like, so in here the walls will be redone as well, since we're not quite happy with the way that it is. And this is the garage. This is a fantastical place. There's enough space for a few cars, which is always good. At least 2 European-sized cars. A very old bicycle, which I will take care of bringing back to life soon. There is absolutely no air on tires, there's no pedals back on it, so they are on the back of the bike there, so we will reuse them, and then we will take care of the steering, since right now it's non-navigable, let's say. So, and plus this looks like a continuous cycling machine, but we will see that later on. I am really fond of this cupboard, which are a very simple form of keeping things away. So this will be all cleaned, and this will put things away, like recording equipment for bicycles and so on, since there will be quite a few bicycles around the place. These are the garbage bins, and that door apparently leads nowhere. When this house used to have the house which is right next door as part of it, yes, it was used. Right now it's not, and as you can see by the ridges, there's already cement on it to completely block it, and in here we have another one of sliding ones, which is fantastic. Now this one has something that the other ones don't have. It's a central stop, which you will be able to see up there. So this will be incorporated into this one's, so that the stop will then, which is there, the space for it, will then be able to stop it. This one doesn't have it, so we will have to remove them, include the notches there, and then put something to not let it slide over. But this is the garage. Now we will go up to the first floor. So this was the ground floor, obviously. So for the kids that upstairs, they will need a little bit of work, but hopefully we will be able to recover them. This we don't know what it is or why it's there, but it's going to be removed. Walls as well, with all of this rugged look, which is not to our liking. We will remove all of this. And in here we come into the living room. Fireplace is a little bit sad, but we can take care of that. This, I don't really know what we will do with this, but we will make decisions. And then there's enough windows and enough space. Obviously, most of this wooden things, if not all the ones on the walls, will be removed. And again, this one is even a wallpaper, not a full. So we will remove this. We will fix the walls, and we will then, let's see if there's lights. Fantastic, there is. So through here we can see the neighbor, and there's a small garden on the back, which we will go to. This kitchen will be kept, but this and this wall will be torn down, since in here there is a void which was part of the chimney, which I will show to you in detail later on. But this will be removed, and this kitchen will be then increased, and we already have an idea for which kitchen we are going to get, and we're very excited for that part. But then, in here on the side, what we have is Balázs occupying the doorway, so we will... he has just moved, so in here we will have another bedroom, and in here we will make a wall to isolate this bedroom, since there is a bathroom in there, and as all of the measurements for the work are being taken, we are going to leave this alone and not show that bathroom, and we will go up. Now this is the second floor, which is a completely open area. That is quite interesting, as we will need to decide how we are going to rebuild this, since this has an extremely cute point, which is this point here. So this is a smoker. This is where people in the olden days, since this is an old farmhouse, where they used to smoke their meats. So we don't know what we're going to do with this, if we're going to just tear it down or just leave it as not to the past, but it is a particularity that is quite interesting here. Then we can go downstairs and show the other side, because this wall hides basically the space of another house on the other side. So I'll take you there now, through the garden, through the garage. Baku, come on, let's go on. Portanto, vamos descer outra vez. Estas paredes, como é óbvio, vão, these walls will need to be redone. We will return to the garage to go to the top and to see all of the open and empty space that exists. We will just turn on the lights down here very, very slowly, and my little boy may get a little bit anxious for seeing Daddy disappear and him not being able to come. So in here we have the space which is exactly above the garage, with the same curvature of the wall in there, and above that It's really hard to see, but the wall then goes all the way from the second floor to the top, and it's a huge open area. We have there a set of stairs to climb, but I will not do that today. But this is basically the property with the garden, which is on the back here, and we can very quickly try and go there, especially if Baku, which is that furball that you are seeing around, if he complies with remaining nice and calm and not running to the garden, since the garden has no fence around it. So we will take one extra little bit of precaution and take the lead. Come on, Baku. And in here we will see the garden, which is a small little thing, but it is a thing. As you can see, there's there a fence, which is a very rough fence, but then there is no fencing on the rest, which we will need to take care of on one way or another. So this I will see with time. Come on, Baku. Open. Naki. So there we are. This is the house, and that is the garage door. Obviously we are not going to open it, there's absolutely no point, and we will go back inside the house with our most illustrious guest going in front. So this is the house, and we will keep you informed of how things are going, and any suggestions would be welcome. So thank you for your time, and have the rest of a great day. Cheers.